Welcome to the newest edition of the DFO podcast. What we're going to be doing in these collective episodes over the next 50 weeks is jumping through every state and what they offer. And we'll probably stick closer to deer hunting. We'll go over a little bit of the other seasons in some of them. The order I'm going to be doing it in is the order they joined the union instead of alphabetical order or anything. I like to do things just different, so that's where I'm going to be going. So this will be the inaugural episode of it. It'll run for the next 50 weeks. They will come out on Thursdays. So each one will be titled basically what state they're in. So some of the things we're going to go over in each and every episode is when they joined the union. Obviously, it'll be in the order of when they did by the date. What they offer when it comes to public land hunting, how much property they have, if it's an over-the-counter, if it's a draw, their deer density, if we can locate it in the different states, just what their license costs, just different things I want to try and go over with every state, because as I'm learning, I want to try to educate other people, because I'm learning this as I do the research for each one. If you know more about what I'm doing than I'm doing on those states, and reach out and let us know the things are correct in them, because I'm finding everything I can. Some of the stuff can be a little bit confusing, so we're going to go from there. And that's how this is going to work over the next 50 weeks. Hope y'all enjoy it. I've researched several of them so far, and I enjoyed myself trying to learn more about each state. Thanks. Delta Lodge Outdoors. This is your view of every state from more like a 30,000 viewpoint. Hey everybody, welcome to Delta Lodge Outdoors, the States Edition. I am sorry, I'm extremely under the weather. I recorded one last week or two and thought I'd be better this week, and my sinuses are kicking my ass. And it didn't help to not turn the mic on. And I recorded probably the first 3 to 5 minutes of this podcast with no mic turned on, so it was just wasted. So we're going to jump into this one. I'm going to run through the info quick. I'll probably reach back into it at a later date and do a little more info on this one and Maryland, due to the fact that, like I said, these are probably pretty quick because I feel like shit. My sinuses are killing me. Running a slight fever and everything. I've got a cough, so bear with me. We're doing South Carolina. It became a state May 23rd, 1788. And from looking over the stuff, it looks like as a non-resident, you can take up to 4 deer. And you can also buy extra tags. Excuse me. I didn't jump deep into it because usually if you're going to go out of state and hunt, unless you're really like just next door to that state, you're not going to buy a bunch of extra stuff and everything. So the 4 tags kind of was good for me. It looks like it'd be like $225, but you can buy, for what I was seeing, a bear tag for an extra $100. So that would not be too bad. With your $225, you also have to buy, if you're hunting public land, you have to buy a WMA permit, which is $76. And like I said, you can buy up to 4 extra doe tags for $10 a tag. From what I could see, the state is developed in like 4 zones. They have a pretty good bit of acreage for. I mean, it's not bad. It's not the most. It's not the biggest. It's not the smallest. 1.38 million acres of public land to deer hunt, which is decent size. Their deer herd, they have average between 700 and 730,000 is what they're saying from what I could find out. They average around 185,000 a year killed. 2023, they killed 198,000 head of deer. Most people say they have kind of a liberal season there, so they're not known as much for quality as they are quantity. But there is a few counties that if you do your research, they're going to have pretty good deer. But you're not just going to go kill. You're gonna have a hard time killing a massive deer on public land. But also, what you have to look at is location determines too what size deer that's going to be. So, I mean, I'll use my place in Oklahoma as a prime example. We have 130-inch 2-year-olds because of the genetics that we have right there. Most of Oklahoma has pretty good genetics, don't get me wrong. But, that's where people get spoiled. They hunt states like that where it's really good. Then they go to hunt and they have you're not going to look for the same quality of deer
in South Carolina that you'd go to Kansas to hunt. Kansas, you're going to go there. You know, everybody's got a different example of what they want, but you're not. Most people are going to look at anything under a 150 in Kansas. You find a 130, and I'm talking public land. Even in Kansas, 150 on public land is not a big deer in most areas. But you find that in South Carolina, you find a 130 in South Carolina on public land, you found a good deer. So the size of the deer is relative to the location where you're at. So you always take that into aspect. So, you know, South Carolina is one that I think that they have a lot of deer. They kill a lot of deer. Like I said, they have about 730,000 head of deer in their herd is what they say, and they kill right at 200,000 in 2023. They average about 180,000 head they kill a year. The bear tag is what got me kind of you know, for non-resident, $100 bear tag is not bad. Sorry, I'm making some noise there. I think that overall it's not a bad state to put on the list of, if you're looking, it depends on what you're looking to do. Like, if you're looking to kill deer in different states and you're not trying to kill Pope and Young or Boone and Crockett, South Carolina is up there on that list. If you're looking to go to different states that you're going to shoot, had the opportunity to shoot Pope and Young and Boone and Crockett, South Carolina would be lower on the list. If you're just looking to go, and it doesn't matter to you if you're shooting a buck or a doe, and you're just wanting to check that list off that you've killed a deer in this state and just numerous states, South Carolina would be high on your list. It along with a few others, Georgia. So they're, you know, their deer herd and everything. You're going to get the opportunity to kill a deer there. So that's the choice that you have to make. What are you looking to do? Are you looking to kill quality or quantity? If you're looking to just go kill a deer and check that state off on that list, South Carolina is definitely for the price. $301 for public land deer hunting, and that gets you the whole season. And I think any weapon, I would verify that. But because like I said, I have completely felt like shit when I did the research on this one, so I may have missed a few things. I'm gonna jump back into this one hopefully in a few weeks and do a recap on, because what I'm gonna end up doing is a recap on all of them, put several together and do a recap. So when I do my recap, I'll jump into a little more info on this one. I do apologize. I've still got to record a podcast for Tuesday. This one's going to go out on Thursday. This is on Sunday. I've got to figure out. I know Tuesday's podcast is going to fucking blow worse than this one because, like I said, I feel like shit. There's a real good friend of my grandfather's, an ex-colonel of state police in Louisiana, said one day, Mr. Kenny was like, you know, well, it's like a sack full of smashed assholes. I don't ever want to know what that looks like, but I think I know what it feels like. If I'm not feeling better by tomorrow, I am probably going to the clinic to see the after-hours clinic or whatever the hell they have here in San Antonio to get checked out and see what I have going on. Y'all have a great one. Sorry this one sucked. Julius Craig, Delta Fly Outdoors, States Edition, South Carolina.